Gonna wait a second more. Thank you, Amy. Well, good afternoon. Thanks for joining me. I tried to go Facebook Live, it didn't work. So we're Instagram Live on embracing anxiety and empowering ourselves, the path to joyful living. Why embracing anxiety? Because because I can't even tell you how transformed I am. I was so nervous and anxious, I could never even hear the words of the song. The song was playing. I like make up words, mouth it. So anxiety can be paralyzing. And how do we embrace anxiety? Do we have to? How do we feel about our anxiety? And why don't we just take a moment right now to stop, no matter what we're doing, and inhale and place our hands on our belly, and just fill the belly like a balloon, inhaling in our nose, and exhaling the belly into the earth, into the back, and the breath into the. Do it one, two more times. Inhale through the belly, little ribs, chest of breath. You place the head between the shoulders and exhale. Well, embracing anxiety. The anxiety of coming live. Observing anxiety. Can I accept myself as I am? Did you know that nervous anxiety is a common experience that many of us face, that I face, that I face personally? Often manifesting, it can manifest as a whirlwind of thoughts, a racing heart, sweaty palms, or just being paralyzed. Can't even move, there's no reaction. While anxiety may feel overwhelming, and the anxiety or nervousness that we may experience is really a gold mine. It's an opportunity to explore. To explore. Why am I anxious? Is this real? Is this just energy passing through my body? So, embracing anxiety or nervousness, I can happily and honestly say I am. Uh, I am nervous. I'm high strung. I'm a nervous person. Yeah. So the question is, where would I be without yoga? Instead of, can't believe you do yoga. Well, where would I be without yoga? And I'm here to talk about nervous anxiety because there is a solution. We can feel great and joyful. Did you know that after the COVID, 2020, the pandemic, that there's 25.6 more nervous anxiety experience worldwide? That's a lot. In nervous anxiety, some of the physical symptoms are increased, as I mentioned before, increased heart rate, rapid breathing, sweating, trembling, weakness, dizziness, nausea, digestive issues, feeling too hot or too cold, chest pain, or simply the inability to breathe, feeling like I can't breathe. Well, that creates even more anxiety. And some of the psychological symptoms of nervous anxiety is feeling nervous. What does that mean? Being restless, tense, irritable, feeling like, I'm impending danger, panic or doom, trouble concentrating or thinking about anything except worry, 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 worry. sleeplessness and or insomnia. Sleeplessness is I do sleep. Insomnia is not sleeping. So what does that mean? Well, 25% a great amount of the population is nervous, experiences nervous anxiety. Do I have to feel ashamed or embarrassed to be nervous? Do I feel guilty about being nervous or anxious? Well, in reality, nervous anxiety is our body's natural response to stress. It can arise in a number of situations. It can be in a family gathering, a social engagement, public speaking, a job interview, or when the anxiety and nervousness goes unchecked. It can simply be when we wake up in the morning and have an overwhelm of, oh, another day. Life is meant to be joyful. Now, we are already perfect. So, how can we understand nervous anxiety? We know, as I mentioned before, that our nervous anxiety is spun out of control when we wake up and we're already feeling anxious, the heart is racing, can't seem to find the breath in the belly, you know. So, one of the ways to be aware of our anxiety is how am I awakening in the morning? And maybe I'm not even aware that I'm anxious. Maybe I'm afraid. It takes a lot of courage to embrace ourselves just as we are. And remembering that in the end, we are light beings having an earth experience. So many of our programs and the way we were brought up creates a lot of a lot of contraction, a lot of anxiety or nervousness, and and how are we embracing our nervousness? Are we scared of it? Do we freeze? Do we feel dread and overwhelm or joy and excitement? Yay! I'm super nervous. Well, recognizing that we're nervous or anxious is half the battle. Being honest with myself or having the courage is not being honest, having the courage. Having the courage to step aside and say, wow, you're feeling nervous and anxious. Why is that? What can we do? And I was so nervous forever, it was just a way of life. And now I've used my nervous anxiety to empower myself. The first way to embrace and transform that anxiety is to say, hey, maybe I am a nervous person. I remember when somebody said that I was high strung. I was offended over 30 years ago. I was offended. Then I got really even nervous and anxious that they said I was anxious and nervous. I didn't really put it together until today, looking back. But the first step is recognizing, hey, maybe I do suffer or experience. It's not suffering. I experience nervous anxiety. It's an energy. It's an emotion that's passing through the body, or an energy in motion. So why don't we start transforming, instead of viewing anxiety as a weakness or something bad or something to be embarrassed about or feel guilty about? Maybe we should remember that nervous anxiety is a natural response of the body when we're feeling impending danger. And since we're here now, it's just an energy passing through the body. Can we breathe and embrace the anxiety and be like, wow, but I am safe. There's no impending danger. And we're gonna go through a few quick tips of reducing anxiety. And then one of the reasons why I'm talking about anxiety today, because I've been a yoga practitioner for 35 years, and I have register mark yoga. We work with color and sound, and it's extremely potent because we're working with the frequency of color and the vibration of sound activation, and it's extremely empowering. And it helps us really move through the nervous anxiety. And I'm offering a course at the end of November. I'm offering a free 7-day challenge followed by a 21-day course. But we'll be back to that. So here are a few quick tips to reduce anxiety. And I'm here to help you reduce this anxiety. I'm a master. One of it is to breathe in the belly like we began. Move to a quiet place, and if you can't, can we create our own private place? That's one of my intentions to take my course is that you can find that quiet place within you. Can we ground ourselves into the present moment? What does grounding mean, anyways? For me, to feel grounded is to feel not nervous, to feel present, not to have a whirlwind of thoughts. It's to be here now. That's what grounding means to me. What does it mean to be grounding? How do I ground? Maybe I could just run my arms around. You know, I can inhale and bring my shoulders up to my ears and my chin to my chest and squeeze my eyes shut and hold that breath in and exhale. And that brings me into the present moment. Remembering, can we remember as we're about to, as we're embracing our anxiety, that it's just in the energy and motion, it's passing, it's going to pass. So maybe a positive affirmation. I'm safe. I am safe. I am. Or just I am. I am. I am. It's a heart lifter. Or I am loved. We move our body if we're not paralyzed by the anxiety, the fear of a nervous anxiety attack. Then maybe move the body. You know, just shrug the shoulders, squeeze the eyes shut. I'm here now. I am safe. Do we have the gumption or the energy, the free throw to redirect our thoughts? I'm safe. You know, I'm here now. And then do some movement, moving back and forth with the breath, inhaling up and exhaling down. Inhale up and see if we can exhale out the breath, out the mouth. If we can get it together, maybe we want to talk to someone so they can bring us into the present moment. That can be grounding, is to be in the presence of someone else. Because the anxiety and the nervousness is really a feeling of isolation, of separateness, not being part of, creates a lot of fear. We are. We're all one. So perhaps if we're not paralyzed, we can talk to someone or engage in a leisure activity. Go for a little walk. Create new routines that embrace ourselves. We allow ourselves to embrace ourselves. Excuse Blue. Not my, he's dog sitting. Um, so reframing our mindset, stretching the muscles of the mind. Did you know that we can stretch our neurological muscle stretching? That is more easy to stretch the muscles of the mind if we're linking the breath with movement. So the way we perceive anxiety can impact our experience. Instead of labeling it a negative force, let's label anxiety as an energy in motion. It's just something that's happening. It's because somehow we're overly excited. We feel impending danger. We're having lots of energy. We see nervous anxiety as having gobs of energy, like high strung, gobs of energy. And as we shift this perspective, this new reality fully helps us harness this nervous high gobs of energy and harness and embrace ourselves. And how do we successfully change these reactions to the emotions we're experiencing, such as nervous anxiety, nervousness, fear, extreme fear? It may also be more, you can be, besides nervousness and anxiety, it can be repressed anger, depression, low energy, melancholy. And I'm here, via yoga, the yoga of color and sound, 35 years of experience. I'm here to offer you practical strategies to transform the anxiety into self empowerment. With mindfulness and breathing techniques, we learn to become aware of where does our breath originate? Is it originating in our belly or our chest? Or we, as we breathe in our belly, really brings us into the present moment. It grounds us. It 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 allows us to feel the force of gravity. So we will learn different breathing techniques. We will also play with positive affirmations and colors. Color frequencies are really make everything. It's more powerful. It condenses everything. And then we're also going to work with positive affirmations and colors as well as sounding. We're going to give sound to ourselves. We deserve to have a sound. You know, part of nervous anxiety is we hide within ourselves. You know, the repressed anger, even melancholy. Now, I'm not believe I was suicidal, so I'm not making any judgment calls. I do that. I've learned not to do that to myself. Why would I want to do that to others? Yeah. So I know that all these things work, and with the color and the color and the sound variation, along with linking mind movement, mindfulness, or movement with breath, we do we do shift the neurological patterns of our brain and create new ones. So we're going to be offering a 7-day free challenge where we learn to embrace our vulnerability and with mindfulness exercises, with breathing, and we'll be live or you can book in with Zoom. I'm going to be announcing this soon. It'll be from November 22nd to November 29th. And they're really short. They're like 15 minutes just to check in. To see that no matter how busy we are, because we can create a lot of nervous anxiety, nervousness, just to create a new routine. We're not creating a new routine. We're just enhancing the one we have, or we are creating a new routine by enhancing the one we have, but it's nothing out of the ordinary. Something we have to set aside a ton of time. And if you're interested, a free consultation. And as you see and experience the results of this 7-day um, challenge of embracing our anxiety and creating self empowerment, in December, we're going to offer a 21-day course, short again because we're right before the holiday season. The holiday season is one of the highest depressed seasons in, in the year when there's more depression. So these are also compact classes, live or via Zoom, and we're going to have a 21-day routine. So that's called rebooting our nervous system, going from anxiety to serenity for the holiday season. So I hope you join me. And that way we all learn to set clear boundaries, make small goals, to have the courage to embrace that, wow, maybe I'm having feeling nervous or anxious. That it's okay, that we're already perfect just the way we are. So any questions? I'm gonna have my little conclusion here that nervous anxiety doesn't have to be a barrier. It can be a catalyst, and it is. It has been a catalyst for self empowerment, self esteem. Well, look at here I am in front of you all right now. By understanding and reframing our anxiety with practical strategy, breathing strategy, movement strategy, by embracing this vulnerability, by accepting it, you know, by embracing it, embracing this vulnerability, we truly can physically, mentally, and emotionally transform our nervous system into a source, this nervous energy into a source of strength, and transform our nervous system because we're stretching the muscles of our mind. We must remember that every time we face our anxiety, we're not just overcoming an obstacle, we're actually empowering ourselves. May we embrace the journey and let our nervous anxiety bring us or lead us to new heights and new discoveries within ourselves. Anxiety and nervousness, or nervous anxiety, is our natural way of reacting to overwhelm. It is only energy, emotion, or emotions. The emotion becomes a feeling and stuck when we don't let it flow. So we're going to learn all these practical techniques to embrace our anxiety, and so that we can say out loud, "Hi, I can be high. I'm high strung. I'm nervous. I'm anxious, and I love myself." Thank you very much. Any questions? Please be sure to drop me a line, drop me an email, and if you talk about um, that you were here, we will have it's a bonus point for getting a free consultation and some free videos from me. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day. And if nervous anxiety comes your way between now and going to sleep, let's take a moment and greet it with as a blessing. Hi, thank you. I'm aware of how I'm feeling. That's half the battle. That's being here now. That's encouragement. That is self empowerment. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening.